Dude, have I got a matchup for you. Hey guys, Tom here. Welcome back to the Grantham Pub Underground and the Classic Cocktail Clash. We are rolling along trying to find out which is the best all-time classic cocktail as judged by you and me. Good matchup today, but first I want to get into some results. We haven't done results in a while. I got 3 of them for you today. First one was from match 11 in the creamy bracket, which featured the Grasshopper versus the Pink Lady. If you remember, Grasshopper, great, what I would call a dessert type drink, which featured cream to mint, cream to cacao, and cream. Simple drink, shake it up, pour it into a nice glass, garnish with a little chocolate if you like, and you have a delicious drink. And that went up against the Pink Lady, which was another one of those mid-century drinks, had an interesting little story. It was named after the secretaries who would go into the questionable establishments during Prohibition and whatnot. Another simple drink, which was, what's in that? Gin, lemon, grenadine, and a little frothed up with a little egg. They were both really good. I actually liked the Pink Lady more than I thought I would. But the votes came in and it wasn't really close in the end. The winner of that matchup was the Grasshopper. And then we have a couple matchups in the fruity bracket. Matchup number 12 featured the Melon Ball. Simple drink, really a 3-ingredient drink: tequila, orange juice, drizzle a little grenadine on the top. And that went up against what I think is probably one of the ultimate tropical style drinks, the Bahama Mama. If you remember, we had to have a Bahama Mama play-in because there were so many recipes. We chose to go with the Bacardi recipe, which has, I think, a couple different rums, some juices, little grenadine. Shake that up. Tall glass with a fruit garnish. It was sweet, tropical, refreshing, great drink. So we put the 2 of them out there. Again, this was closer than I thought, but the winner of that matchup moving forward, which not surprising to me in the end, was the Bahama Mama. And then finally, match 13 featured what I think is probably the best history in the clash, which is the daiquiri. It goes back to Ernest Hemingway in Cuba to Florida. JFK used to drink them. Definitely check out that episode. Went up against the drink from the rock and roll 70s given to us by, I think it was the Trident Bar in Sausalito, ambassadored throughout the country by the Rolling Stones and made famous by the Eagles, the Tequila Sunrise. Simple drink, tequila, orange juice, grenadine, drizzle along the top. It gives you that sunrise effect. Again, 2 great drinks. I'm not a big tequila drinker, but I could drink those. It was really good. Put it out to you guys, and the winner of that one, again, not surprising. We haven't had too many upsets, but the winner of that matchup was the daiquiri, which is good moving forward because that'll give us maybe in another matchup. And as a matter of fact, in that matchup, it's going to go against the Bahama Mama, which is going to be a classic bash. So maybe we'll mix it up, the daiquiri, and do something a little different. But for today's matchup, we are back in the creamy bracket. The last matchup we have in the creamy bracket is going to feature the White Russian versus the Gin Fizz. A little bit about these drinks. The Gin Fizz is basically a style of drink which features a spirit, some citrus, some sweetening, and some sparkling water. Now you might be thinking, well, how's that any different from a sour? Well, it's sparkling water. And then you might think, well, how's it any different from a Collins? I don't know. That's a conversation for another day. But for now, it's a fizz. The difference with this is this drink has the addition of Yes, the controversial egg white. The gin fizz goes back to about 1876 when it showed up again in our favorite book, The Bartender's Guide by Jerry Thomas. It's frothy, bubbly. It's basically a Tom Collins with an egg in it. So that's the basic difference. Well, it's really the only difference. Maybe proportions wise, I'm not sure exactly the proportions. But the gin fizz, the fizz has many. There's the famous one is the Ramos gin fizz. You got slow gin fizz. There's a lot of fizzes, but for today, we are going to do just the traditional classic gin fizz. And that is going to go up against the White Russian. Now, the White Russian is a play or a springboard on the Black Russian, where you just add cream. And the White Russian, as we know, was made famous by the dude Jeff Bridges in The Big Lebowski, where he was never without a White Russian in his hand. And that's basically how it became kind of, I would say, pop culture phenomenon, not unlike how the Cosmo became famous after that chick show Sex and the City. Similar thing, but the dude's much cooler than any of those women in Sex and the City. So we are going to start with the gin fizz. And you can't make a gin fizz, strangely enough, without gin. We are going to use 2 ounces of gin, and this is not really the cool thing of actually both these drinks. They're not super alcoholic, in my opinion. So after the gin, we need some lemon, some citrus. We have our spirit, we have our citrus. Well, that's an ounce right there. And then we need our sweetener. So that was 2 gin, 1 lemon, and 3/4 sugar. Now, controversy abounds because the next ingredient traditionally would be an egg white. I know my one brother Jerry, he is rolling over in his grave right now because he wants to turn the thing off because he won't even the thought of a raw egg white. But if you use, like I said before, if you use fresh egg whites, fresh eggs, we buy organic eggs. We know where we're getting them from. They're fresh, they're not old, they're in good shape. You're not gonna have a problem. But today, since this is the last eggy recipe in the clash and none of them before have advanced, we're gonna try something different. There is a vegetarian / vegan alternative to egg white, and that is this right here. That is called Aquafaba. This is the water that comes in your can of beans. And from what I have read and seen, you can use this in place of egg white and it will give you that same froth. We shall see because I'm going to try it. So you need about an ounce. How much is an egg white? It's about that much probably. In the recipe, I will look up how much an egg white is and I'll put that's the amount you should use. And we are going to dry shake this. Now with egg white, you would dry shake it because that makes it frothy. I don't know if you need to do it with Aquafaba, but we're going to do it anyway. Wow, look at that. It's getting frothy. That's pretty cool. How about it? Wow, that is cool indeed. Learn something new every day. Now, I'm curious as to how it will affect the flavor. If that, like you would, I mean, I'd never drank bean juice, so let's see. So, cue the band. Now, ordinarily, with an egg white drink, I would say double strain. Wow, that's actually frothier than egg. This could be my new go-to. I would say double strain this, but being that we don't have any worries about egg particles, I mean, you could probably just pour, wow, how cool is that? You could probably just pour the whole thing in there. And then we'll probably have to come back. But we'll top that with a little club soda for the fizz of our gin fizz. There you go, brother. No worries of egg in this one. The Aquafaba version of a gin fizz. Next up, it is time for the White Russian. Like I said, the dude was never without his, here goes the ice. The dude was never without a White Russian. And White Russian is a simple drink. 3 ingredients, 2 vodka, 1 coffee liqueur, so you could stop right there. We just made a Black Russian. Pour that into a glass over some ice, and you have a fine cocktail indeed. But we are going one step further and making it a White Russian. Now that's just some half and half. If you choose, you could go heavy cream. Certainly would make it a lot richer. Hell, you could go, ooh, can you say hell on YouTube? You could go ice cream, blend it up and make yourself a really nice White Russian. Or you could just do it like this and shake it up.
Shake it up, shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up.
You can see the mess I have back behind this bar. Oh, I don't need that. I'm just going to use the same ice because I'm not that another Grant the Pub coaster. There you have it, friends. Straight out of the Big Lebowski, the White Russian. Okay, guys, there you have our 2 drinks in this clash. And without further ado, it is time for the best part of the day where we say, ready, drink. Which one? I'm going to try this one first because actually, you know what? I'm going to try this one first because I'm very curious about this whole bean business. It actually, all right, I have a confession to make. This is my second attempt making this episode. I made it once before and I forgot to turn the microphone on, so I made a completely quiet video. But I used egg in that one, and this time I figured, heck, since it's the last one, I'll try it with the Aquafaba. And this is much foamier, and it's actually a better foam. But we'll see if it affects the flavor at all. Cheers. Yeah. You can taste, I mean, it gives you the foam, but you do taste that you do get the flavor of the canned beans a little bit. I think it has its place. Maybe I just put too much because, I mean, that really did foam up. Maybe you don't need as much. But it's citrusy, it's sweet. You do get the, I mean, I used to juice from chickpeas. I don't know if it matters. I thought that, I would think some kind of white bean. I think if you used a dark bean, it would be kind of gross. But I mean, it's not horrible, but yeah, you do. I guess that's the trade-off you have if you're living that lifestyle, vegetarian lifestyle. But anyway, I digress. Let's try this White Russian. Cheers, if I didn't say it before. It's a nice little drink. I'm, like I said, I'm not a coffee guy. I don't really dig the flavor of coffee. But that's not, I mean, Kahlua is coffee, quasi-coffee flavor to me. But it's really good. So there you have it, guys. Our last two drinks in the creamy bracket of the Classic Cocktail Clash. What do you think? Are you going to try them? Go out, I want you to try them. You're probably not going to get the bean variety of that. You might not even get the egg variety of a Fizz. But do what you can. If you go to a I would say a upper scale bar, I bet you would probably get that. If the bartender where you go wears a vest and a tie, you're probably going to be able to get this drink. That you can get anywhere. So go out and try them. Let me know what you think. You can let me know here in the comments. You can let me know on Instagram, X. You can email me, you can text me, you can, whatever you want to do. However you can track me down and let me know which drink you think is better. Let me know. And I hope you like this kind of stuff. And if you do, why not subscribe? You know, probably about 70% of the people who watch our little show here are not subscribers to the Grantham Pub Underground. So why not give us a little, all you got to do is click. And that way, you'll be a part of our family. And then if you hit the bell, not only will you be part of our family, but whenever we have a little family reunion here at the bar, they'll tell you about it. You can come check it out. And if you really want to be part of the family, you can click on the link in the description or in the pinned comment for our store where we have Grantham Pub Underground merchandise, shirts, hats, glasses, hoodies. What else do we have? I think there might be a sticker in there. All kind of cool stuff. So you can show off your inner pirate and let everybody know you're a proud member of the Grantham Pub Underground Club. So there you have it, guys. I'm about done here for today. Thanks for coming by and spending some time with me. Remember, if you're going to drink like a pirate, but please do it responsibly. Don't drink and drive. Don't do all that crazy stuff you're supposed to not do when you're driving. And come back and see us again. Hey, and if you like this, if this was cool, you thought this was cool, all you have to do, click the like, helps us a ton. I don't get the whole algorithm thing, but I know it helps us a lot. Share the video. If you know somebody that likes this kind of stuff, especially this, say, hey, you know, have you ever tried a drink with bean water in it? You can let them know about it. So like the video, share the videos, subscribe, leave us a comment, tell us what you think. Tell us what you'd like to see. Is there any kind of drink aside from the Clash, because that's pretty much set, what kind of thing you'd like to see? We'll make them, and it'll be fun. Thanks, guys. Until we meet together again right here at the Grantham Pub Underground, I'll save a seat at the bar for you. Cheers.